Hello, everybody. We are back again to our hashtag holistic health initiative, baby. Boo, 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 boo. And as usual, I am wearing myself. Yes, this is the June edition, inspired by the Pokemon bowls. Yes, if you want to learn how to make them or you want to buy them, visit us at Beacon of Light Craft on every social media platform. So today, as usual, June is themed hashtag Creative Arts 2025, baby. And today's topic is performing arts and creative expression. And our guest today is Betfusile Beezae Mamba. Ooh, boo, 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 boo. So while I wait for her to join, let me just advertise the June edition. If you want to have them free of charge, you can join our competition. At the end of every month, we make a summary video whereby I summarize what I learned during the month of June, and I then invite you to comment, and whoever has the most compelling comment will win themselves these pair of the June edition, color of your choice, a certificate of participation, and you will be featured in our monthly newsletter. I can already see our Beezae, please request to join, and if you see the invite, please accept the invite. Instagram may take a while to connect us, so let's just be patient. And if you are watching this recorded live, you're not watching the live session, just fast forward to a call. We are connected. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Beezae, can you see me?
The light is disappointing me. Hi.
Can you see me though?
Yes. I can see you clearly.
I can't see you, but then just know that after this live is over, everything will be perfect. It will be forced to call it so just select. How are you?
I'm good. I'm feeling good. You know, life is all right.
Pardon?
I'm saying I'm good. I'm feeling good. Life is all right. Life is all right. I can't complain.
Always love it. Welcome to our hashtag holistic health initiative, baby.
Thank you. Thank
Oh,
you.
yes, thank you. Today we're talking about performing arts and creative expression. So, can you please tell us about yourself, introduce yourself, who are you? Yeah, just, yes.
Okay. My name is Betfusile Innocentia. Sorry, give me a second. Yeah, I'm Betfusile Innocentia Mamba. I am a little girl from Hlangano. I was actually born in Manzini, but I identify as a Hlangano babe. I am a creative. I started off singing actually. That was what I liked the most in high school. And then as soon as I got into university, they introduced me to poetry. And I've been running with that ever since. So I'm a creative. I do poetry, I do music. Might get into more of that as time goes on, you know. But yeah, that's basically it. I'm struggling to hear you now. Hello? What's happening? Okay, let me re-enter. I can't hear you anymore. But yeah, basically that was all I was saying. Yeah.
Unmute. Can you hear me better?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Sorry, I was receiving a call and I was failing to unmute because there was this call incoming. Sorry, everybody. Do forgive me. Sam, thank you. Nice meeting you. Thank you for gracing us. So, can you please tell us why you feel worthy to be cooking us today? And when you're done with that, start cooking us. Don't leave us rare, don't leave us medium rare, leave us well cooked. So yes, I'm going to mute myself once again. I'm going to mute myself once again, and we'll listen to you when you're done. We're going to be asking questions. So go, go, go. I'm muting myself now. Be quiet as a church mouse.
All right. I'm not sure about worthiness. Hey, I just always feel like I'm worthy for anything and every opportunity that comes my way. It's just it's a state of existence, of being, you know. But also, I've been in the space long enough to not just read on it, take a few courses online, also on the creative industry, but also just to be on the ground and see how it works in Swaziland mostly, see how it contributes into my life and the life of the people who are impacted by my work. So I think just from that, I've really seen how performance arts can really just be a very important part of human lives, even though it's a creative thing, but it's just one of those important things. But yeah, and then what is performance arts? Can we start there? Performance arts is really um, a creative space where people get to enjoy visual arts um, in a timely manner. There's a nice audience, and you get to really see either dance, music, theater, or poetry or the like. It's one of my favorite things to do, especially live events. I really like doing that. I mean, even if it's comedy, it really just gets you in the right space emotionally because life is hard, especially if you are a 9 to 5. Life is a lot. So it's nice to have that release, and performance arts really does that for a lot of us. Um, so yeah, I think that's where I'm going to start. And then moving on, I could say there's certain impacts of it that I've really come to notice, which are very interesting. I think the first one is how we tend to push the language of the era of the generation. I mean, there was a time when you'd go out and when it's really nice, you'd say the roof is on fire, and now we've changed that, we've shifted that. So it's an interesting thing how we can really use words to shape how everybody speaks about certain things and how they structure phrases to mean one and the same thing, but in different things throughout the generations. It's just one of those beautiful things. We also make it easier to speak about other issues. There are things where, if you bring them up in seminars, in let's say workshops, it tends to feel a bit harsh, tends to feel a bit serious and uncomfortable. But if it's in performance art, you get to get the thread of the themes, and it doesn't feel so heavy, so you're able to really get it into the system. And you can even think about it later, like, oh, this was actually true, or I disagree with that, but I can see where they are coming from. So it's just one of those things that arts can do, can have you speaking about sensitive things, but just lightens them, and I really like that. And just thirdly, it unifies us. I mean, if you look at Maskandi lovers when they are together and like they dance like Nakia, Nakia, it's a culture, it comes together. I'm new in the Lukompo family and I love them so much. They even dress the same. You find them in a certain brand when they're having those balcony mixes, the way they speak, just the way they interact together. There's a humility and a love among the artists and the fans together. So it just creates these mini cultures, these families, these bonds that you can get only in these spaces. I mean, it's only in performance art where a CEO, a street vendor, and a student can be in the same room. It's one of the only spaces. I mean, church is another one, but it's. I mean, how many people would go to church? So yeah, I think that's where I'm going to end for now. And then we'll just keep going as time goes on with the themes that you've given me. Yeah. I wonder if there are some questions that you have for me, but I guess we'll see. Then yeah, what else? There's something about the the creative space where I don't know how to put it properly, but science people understand it. Our our performance art comes from a, a a space in us where we use our sexual energy positively to bring things into being. So the way that I probably go through my own process is different from someone else. For me, there's a lot of spirituality that's involved as well. There's a lot of prayer, a lot of reading. I read a lot. I consume other people's art. I watch stuff. I watch documentaries sometimes. I don't like them, but I just push myself because I need to learn all the time. I need to find new ways to bring my art into form and to connect with different types of people. So it's different for everyone. Sometimes I can even go through fasting. Oh my Lord, if I have an event, just deciding which poems I'm going to perform, it, it, it's not easy. So I have to sit and really have those choices made from a spiritual angle. And then there's the rehearsals, which is the least favorite parts because it's so repetitive. It's so repetitive. But my favorite part also is picking a team. If, let's say, I'm going to have a band, picking people that are going to play for me, picking who's going to do this and that, just finding the right people, the right energies that can get all of that done. It's really great. It gets it going. Sometimes I get it wrong, but most times you find people that you can keep moving with even in other events and other shows. And even when you don't have a show, you can even just sit and have conversations with them from time to time. I've come to make good friends with them. And he started off just playing guitar, and now we're just really a good musical companions. Dennis as well, and he plays keys. So these are great relationships that are formed from the processes that come with performance, poetry, and music also. I don't know how others in other spaces do it, but that's just it for me. It's it's just one of those tricky things. That's why I don't like when someone sees you somewhere and they say, you know what, just can you come up and share something on the spot? It doesn't really work like that because now it's just me, my intelligence, my talent. I don't feel very comfortable with that. I really want to be led all the time. So yeah, I feel like I've been talking a lot. Can you ask me something, direct me something, so that we can move on to the rest? Yeah.
No, okay. For now, in the segment we've just discussed, what I learned is that, in fact, in summary, what I've learned is that you feel like performative performance arts gives you like the sense of unity, the sense of family. You may have this team. To you, it doesn't just translate as, oh, it's just my team. They then end up formulating into this family kind of thing. So it somehow unifies us, at the same time creates this family related by art, not by blood. Love that. I think I kind of love that. So, Betfusile, how did Betfusile come to being a poet, a musician, or yeah, etc., etc.?
How? Well, okay, musician is the easiest. When I was young, I always loved to sing. There was a time where I lived, some people will know, I lived Gakokopet. And I had a friend, my best friend at the time was Lindela Sambo, a genius. Oh, that girl was so smart. So we would sit outside. My mom had CDs. She had a Celine Dion CD. So I would sit, take out the lyric paper thing, and I would create my own weird songs just from those lyrics, and she'd be just there sitting at the side. It was always something new and interesting that we would do together. And I knew from then that I loved music. I just didn't know I wanted to make music. It, I didn't know that Swazis made music even. But when I got to high school, I went to St. Mark's for my high school from 4, from 5. I got to be around other people that love music, that make music. And that was life changing. Because I thought to myself, no man, I'm capable. And I was surrounded by people that thought I was capable as well. And then I shifted to university, which was a space where I got to learn of poetry. I didn't like poetry back then because I only knew the poetry we learned in school. It just wasn't my thing. I mean, yeah. How I got the story for another day. But conductor came with his friends to um, ask us to come and attend rehearsal to just introduce us into poetry. I didn't really want to go, but my friends had told me that there's someone there that's so somewhere, and you know you're young, you're a freshman, so you're like, you know what? Let me go see the song that everybody's talking about. I got there, I saw this poet, and he was everything that they said that he was. But I finally got to see poetry in a new light, and I fell in love. I stuck around. I attended every single rehearsal after that. I started writing just by sitting with those guys, and they encouraged me to also go to the stage. They started other sessions outside of university around Manzini called the lineup. They invite me also to just perform there or sometimes help out. And I started meeting more artists, meeting also just producers and the like. And there was actually a time where I'd sit at a studio around Matapa, where Nobuhle was a Kwaito star. I'd literally sit in the studio, she'd be working and doing whatever, and I'd just chill with the guys, chatting, not even recording for months. I'd go there, sit, we would vibe. Sometimes she'd have a gig, MTN Rhymes and Laughter would have things, and I'd be tagging along. It was like a mini family, and I was like the little girl there with D Flavor, such a humble guy. And I got to see how harsh the industry could be. But I thought, no, man, maybe it's because she does quiet. I didn't know it was just generally how it is. And then just stuff happened for me. I ended up not chilling with them anymore. And I changed courses even because I was doing BSc, so I was doing GMC, and I was a little bit more focused. But from there, I never stopped the poetry. That's where it really kept on moving. I got into recording later on, recording music as a vocalist. I was not confident enough to make my own. It's only a few years ago where I thought, okay, I'm ready. But yeah, that's how I got into that. And I guess the theme of family is always there. Musically, I think because we are weirdos in a sense. Either we are lonely people or we're just people that have certain brokenness or certain heartbreaks, we just find each other and we become the the people that believe in us the way we hoped particular individuals in our lives would have believed in us. Yeah. I hope that answers you.
Love it. Love it. Amazing. I still feel, I still sense this sense of family you have, this thing like you believe, you lean on connection and human connection leading to family relations. So I think I'm feeling the vibe. Go on. Just, yeah, follow the script. I'm listening.
As I follow the script, I actually wrote my notes somewhere on the phone, so I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting what else I had in my notes and stuff. But yeah, well, yeah, just give me that one tiny little second to just catch up with my thoughts. This thing of being a 9 to 5 doesn't work.
Okay, while we wait for Betfusile, Beezae, baby, to catch her breath. Gaze on this beauty. Oh, she's back. Yes, yes. Welcome back.
Oh no, you can continue. I'm just in the moment.
Yeah, I was just talking
But
about
yeah,
my
now speaking into just encouraging expression, I think
Hi, Betty, are you there? Hello, Betty. Are you there? Okay, I don't know what is happening with Betty, but it appears as if she's still on. Okay, let me go. If you are watching this pre-recorded thingy, if you're watching this as a recorded live, just fast forward this part until it's sorted. Okay, bitch, are you still there? Are you there? Okay, let's wait. She's saying she has problems. Okay, it's not on my side. It's not on my side. It's okay if you're watching this as a recorded live. Just fast forward. Okay, let's see. All right. Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Okay. I was trying to move around and see what's happening, but yeah. Yes, you're back. Sorry about that. Um, what was I saying even? I wonder where was the last time you heard me? But yeah, um, everybody needs a release. Everybody needs to let the emotions that they have find an outlet. And that's what performance arts is about. You don't have to do it for money. It can be a hobby, but you need to have that. So I'd always say it's in us, man. It is in us. We are creatives, not just us who are in the industry, but human beings generally. And I'm going to go back into the spiritual stuff and say, God, the first thing that the Bible says that in the beginning, God created. And that's really the start of everything. It's so when we are made in his image and likeness, that means in the beginning we must create, we must build things. Some people have used that to manifest. So manifestations come from a space where people write down what they want and then they visualize. And all that. But that writing, it's a creative, it's an expression. dancers dancers move their body. Moving your body is so important. It's healthy, number one. But two, traumas can be stored in your body. So there's certain movements that really help you release. So it's whether you are in the industry or not, you need to find ways and find the time to participate actively in not just being a consumer, but a creator of these forms of performance poetry, performance art. I do know that some people in let's say the rural areas, our uncles like that, we know who could make it as a comedian. We know who could probably make it as a dancer, as this and that, even though they're in whatever spaces. But we see them even in those environments um, finding joy and happiness just because they allow themselves to create. And sometimes we may joke around and say, but you're too old for this, you should grow up. No, there's no need. That part of growing up is getting in touch with your inner child, connecting with that person, making sure that they are free. Sometimes there are things that we as children didn't have, we didn't get to connect with. So yeah, I don't think we really need to be convinced into expressing ourselves. It's very important. And if need be, if need be, there are times when you find you're at a blockage and you can't really create new stuff. Sometimes it just needs, for those who are married and are coupled up, it just needs a period of celibacy where your energy has to come together and really become a strong force, and then you can create again. Because like I said, the sexual energy is the creative energy. I really don't understand people that really just want to use it anyhow. If you look at the book, is it Think and Grow Rich, or yeah, one of those books that we read from time to time, it really speaks about sex transmutation. We're like, if you're not actively engaging in the act, find ways to use that energy to build yourself. And creativity is where it comes with the most. It's the one thing that's very interesting. Most men who have created great things did that because of a love interest. So allow yourself to really express as much as you can. You can never hate on expressing yourself. And it's also beautiful to allow other people to express themselves, to see them finding the right words, finding the facial expressions, being free, and finding connection. Because if I'm expressing myself to a particular group and they express themselves back to me, we start connecting. Human beings always desire connecting, and the more we connect and come together, the healthier we are as a society among all four healthier beings. Yeah, and I hope all of that makes sense. I feel like I ramble so much, my thoughts just move here and there. But yeah, it's one of the things that I'm really passionate about. Not just because it's part of my work, but I just genuinely love it. It's a place where I found a home. I could go months without gigs, but I'll still be expressing myself somewhere. There'll be places where you'll find me with other creatives, and we're creating and we're sharing. So it's beyond work. It's how we make, it's how we live. It's not even making a living, it's how we live. Yeah, I could say it's how we live. So yeah, I think I'll end there for now for just a tiny little second.
Yeah, I think no, this is amazing. Forgive my lighting. I don't know what's happening. But I feel like, yeah, no, that's amazing. Let your inner child free. And that's how you express yourself. Ooh, I love that. I love that. For a second, let's delve deeper into that. Okay, and then there's just the somebody who feels like, okay, I'm leaning more into expressing into letting my inner child free, into expressing myself. I really can't, in quotes, adult, because adulting is extremely oppressive for me, such that it's stealing away my emotional, mental, and spiritual health. How would you advise that person? Is it okay to just be your inner child, or you have to strike the balance, or it's just okay to be your inner child? I don't know. Do you understand the question? Do you get it? Do you get what I'm trying to ask?
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. I think most people who are like me find themselves like that. The outsourcing world, I hate it so much. I hate it. We're paying bills. We're going to work. You have to learn certain things and really just be self-disciplined. There are spaces where someone will do something in my mind, like I wanna say A, B, C, D, but I have to be an adult and say no. Let me be professional here, or let me be kind. So I think there's a balance that we need to have. We need to connect to the child. We don't have to be the child, because one thing that we know, children are trusting, children are they obey, but children also throw tantrums. That's the thing that we know children by. So you have to connect to the trusting part. Trust yourself the way a child trusts a parent. When a parent says, just sit here, I'll be back in a few minutes. And then someone comes, where's mom? Mom is coming. There's a trust that you have that you don't question. And then there's also the obedience part, which can be a struggle at times depending on their stage of development. But children, they obey. And that's also something that we need to learn, to obey the boundaries that we are creating for ourselves, to say, okay, nobody speaks to me like this. Therefore, if someone speaks to me like this is what I do, this is how I protect myself, this is how I love myself. And also just obeying the systems that exist which will make your life better. Like I said, the systems which make your life better, not just the system in general. You're staying out of trouble with the law. You're staying even out of trouble at work. You know the politics at your workplace. So it's just obeying those type of things. So that's what you learn from children. And then the throwing tantrums part is really not necessary. So like I said, learn from a child, but don't be a child. But another thing that I could say is there are ways in which life will demand things from you that it should have gotten from the 10-year-old version, but you couldn't give it, or the 15-year-old. You still have a debt to life. So you can't lose your child, because the healthier you get, the more you deal with certain issues, the more you get to give and pay back those debts and become a better person, become happier even. And funny enough, the safer you are around your people, with yourself, the more childlike you are. You're more playful, you're more fun to be around. And that's it. I don't know if that suffices, but that's all I can say.
It makes sense. I think I love it. When you said that okay, according to me, what I'm hearing is art is a, sorry about that. So what
No
I'm
problem.
hearing is that art is a bridge, like some sort of a bridge which connects your inner child with your adult version. So if you want to balance both these
concept, your adultness and your childhood, just focus on this bridge. I don't know. I think that was my takeaway from that. So yeah, back to the script.
I mean, in a sense, there's a reason why adults now will go to the park for maybe a picnic, and we will be sketching or we'll be having coloring books, filling that in. It's creative, but it's that child that's finding life, and that bridge is very important. You don't burn that bridge, and if that bridge has been burnt, you rebuild that bridge, because I mean the I keep going back to the healing of the inner child side of things. That there's a person that you're waiting for as a child. Maybe if you were abandoned, you're waiting for someone to choose you. If so many things, and the person is actually the adult version of you. You will choose yourself. You will play with yourself. You will just find ways to feed into that. Because if you don't find healthy ways, you'll fall into addiction. You'll fall into just the wrong side of life. Because that child, she or he is crying, and it needs to be fed whatever it is that it needs. So don't let go of the bridge. I mean, you could keep dancing. What I like about TikTok these days is you see this video of this old woman just dancing to Chris Brown. I'm like, hello, Mark, and that's it. That's it. She's a happy woman. She's connecting with the child. Some people were thrown into adulthood very young. Maybe they were child-headed homes, and now you're getting a chance to really buy your first toy. Just that thing. Now you're playing with your toy. That means you're gonna sing to it from time to time, and that's art. You're gonna sing to it. You're gonna dance. You're gonna be telling stories, and storytelling is really a part of us as Black people. I mean, we come from a culture of orature, so storytelling is really innate in a sense. So yeah, don't burn the bridge.
No, I think, yeah, I love it. I feel it. No, perfect. How far are we with the script? I don't have the script with me. How far?
Yeah, I don't even know myself. Actually, I don't know myself. But yeah, we are moving. We are moving. Okay, let me just check for a sec. Oh wait, never mind. I think I have it here. Now that my brain is functioning, I think I put it aside also. But yeah, we are moving. We are exploring. Oh yeah. Never find identity in your debut. If you were introduced to us as a dancer, it doesn't mean you are Betfusile the dancer. An example we have is Casper Nyovest. I think I love him so much. I love him. And he said he started off as dancing as a backup dancer for WHP and all of that thing. He's not a dancer now. He's an artist. He raps. He does hip hop. But he also does a bit of, house. There was a time when he did a song with Babes of Doom and it was boom. So it's important to always explore. I love that now you'd find an Amapiano artist with a Maskandi artist creating something. The more you just keep pushing boundaries, keep connecting even with other spaces, other creative spaces, you could find that maybe you are musicians, poets, creating something new, something beautiful together. Theater. Bring poetry into theater. Instead of making it a musical, make it poetry. Just, it's always a beautiful thing, and it's always refreshing to see something that we've always known that, okay, dancers will chill in the corner and then they will do their thing, they will sekele, and it's late, it's nice. But then now you're seeing dance in a completely different way. It's choreographed now. People are flying from the ceiling and whatnot, and it's a whole production. Exploring is very, very important. So, like I said, don't find identity. Like it may be something that you are a master of, but do other things as well. Explore other things as well. Don't be afraid to fail. When we fail forward. I mean, oh, come on. Also, I'd say don't follow trends. And I don't mean don't partake in them. Don't follow them. Trends are just a sign that this is what people have caught up on, but follow inspiration. That's what you should follow. Follow inspiration. If I am inspired by what's happening currently, there's so much that I can create because I could be inspired by politics, I can be inspired by socio-economic issues, I could be inspired by what's happening in my own life, but you can't be you can't follow a trend because it limits you. It means as soon as that's over, now you're going to try and go for other things. So now you're jumping from this to that, from this to that. It just makes you look all over the place, and it just doesn't put respect on you, and doesn't feel like you know what you're doing. So yeah, and be a chemist. Be a chemist. When you're in the lab and you are playing around with certain things, if there is an explosion, it doesn't mean you stop. You have a finding there. You write that down to say, oh, if I mix this and that, there's an explosion. This is so cool. So that's what you should do even with your art. Maybe you'll be creating something and let's say you get backlash and people are like, how dare you? How could you? It doesn't mean you failed. It just means you've learned something there. There was an explosion. Find other ingredients to use. Don't be like we're in a classroom where there's yes or no answer. Be a chemist. Explore. Let's just be free. Explore. Don't be afraid of us. We will hate you today. We will love you tomorrow. Don't let our feelings dictate your moves. We will even love you today. And tomorrow something happens, you start saying, I always knew there's something off about this person. Forget human beings. Forget human beings. So yeah, I think we moved pretty much with the things that you had given me that you would like for me to speak on. But yeah, I think the most important thing is that performance is being. We are our highest self when we are performing. If you ask anyone in the creative space, we look so dull when you're at our 9 to 5s. Yo, we look so lost. But give us a space, we come alive. And most, let me speak for poetry, most poets will tell you their favorite time is after an event, when we gather somewhere in the corner and now we are chatting and we are just discussing, oh my god, the show was great, I haven't seen you in a long time, I've seen you drop that project, and now you're discussing. That part is so edifying. You leave feeling alive. You go home, you'll be smiling all day. There's been times when I go through that process, I don't even know how I'm gonna get home because I have no car. It's 10 p.m. I didn't plan anything. I just came here on faith. And then when you leave, someone says, let's go eat somewhere. You're like, okay, let's go. You're eating as a group. Suddenly, they're like, man, many people in this car. 100 people in that car. So we are our higher selves when we perform. And I really would hope that people, if you have someone that you know that's in the space, support them as much as you can. if you're not a fan of what they do, you don't really like music and they do music, you can buy a ticket and give it to a friend. You could share a post when they have a post up to say, hey guys, those of you who like this, check this out. Maybe sometimes bounce off ideas. It's really nice to know that we are supported by people. I mean, my friends support me in ways that sometimes make me cry, where I feel like I'm tired. I'm so tired of this thing. And then they'll be asking, so when are you doing ABCD? When I get married, you're going to do a poem for me, or when I do this, you're gonna. So it's just always nice to feel supported. The same way we get excited for you guys when you graduate, and then maybe you get your first job or you get promoted. Celebrate us even when we get a sold out show or we drop projects, which I will be doing soon. I've been working on an EP, so I'll be doing that very, very soon. I'm excited about that. So yeah, support me, please. I am your little girl from Shannon.
Oh, no, I think I love it, love it, love it. Are we done with the script?
I feel like we're pretty much done. I feel like I've said everything that was on my mind and in my heart.
Oh, it was so beautiful, amazing. I mean, I love the lab technician analogy. Oh, it was amazing. And the explosion isn't failure. It means that try again with different ingredients. Love that.
Mm-hmm.
But then, okay, Mukizay, what I'm taking from everything today, every note I've taken here, it all rolls back to the fact that having a sense of family is the way to go. It's an artistic expression on its own because you can't do anything without a sense of belonging. So I feel like no, I truly loved this. Your theme, yeah, because I feel like there's a theme for today. We are hitting your inner child. We are forming connections. Make sure that you don't bend bridges. You go in there to perform, but the most amazing part, the highlight of the performance is the connection at the end of the performance. So yeah, I feel like this is just family. It's a sense of family. Thank you, Beezae, for introducing us. So where can we find you? Yeah, just tell us about the shows and everything, and then summarize.
Okay. First of all, I'm based in Manzini. That means if you have something in Manzini, it's easy for me to show up. Um, I am B underscore Z B dot Z underscore on Instagram and TikTok. Beezae Mamba on Facebook. Beezae underscore honeybee on TikTok. I mean on what's this? Twitter. Yes. X. Weird calling it X. And then when it comes to music platforms, I'm Beezae. There's a few songs that I've been a part of, which you're gonna find there. And then my single Bukanya is found there. And now it's going to have some sisters and brothers because I have an EP upcoming, which you're gonna start seeing me make noise about in the coming weeks. I'm excited about that as well. But yeah, people just can DM me in whatever form, or they make a call to say, hey, we'd like to book you, or anything like that. It's very easy to get to me, to talk to me. But yeah, what else? What else? A child of God, you find me in church. Yeah, there's some people they'll find me in different churches because sometimes I visit certain churches and I get to share poetry. So yeah, just a humble girl from Sangano, based in Manzini, performing, loving people, living life.
Yes, Queen. Yes, Queen. Summary before we say our goodbyes. Just summarize today's session.
Okay, all I can say to summarize our conversation is that um, if you're a human being and you exist, find ways to express yourself beyond just speaking and crying. Use your body. use anything around you. The industry that we are in is work for us, but it's not something that just is only for practitioners. You can dance in your corner, have a good time. You could, I mean, we all know the funny guys who are not comedians, but they're hilarious. You don't know some people who, in certain moments in their lives, suddenly become poetic. Usually, when life hits you and it hits you hard, you start remembering that, hey, when roses are red and violets are blue, so always find ways to express yourself. Don't bottle your feelings inside. Allow yourself to feel them, release them. There's some quote that says arts speaks about the current times, and performance arts, I guess, it shows you the times, and then it shows you the world that you want to see. So it shows you how things are and what you want. It's only in this space of performance arts where we can get to share certain ideas and ideologies with laughter from time to time, sometimes with tears, and we get to really be a part of a bigger conversation, starting conversations, and sometimes just reminding people of who they are, of the power that they hold within themselves. And another thing is just I always feel like human beings like to separate the book smart people, the geniuses, and then if books are not working for you, you might want to try using your talents. Okay, it's fine. Like, you can try this thing. It doesn't have to be either or either. You could do both. Like I said, don't burn bridges. You could do both. Explore every side of you. Don't be afraid of exploring. Just know your limits, also healthy limits. When you say explore, it don't then mean you must now go in front of certain people and start saying, hey, you and and say you're expressing yourself. No, be respectful. Have finesse, know when and how, know the spaces allow you to be this and that. But yeah, I think I've said enough. Yeah.
No, I think, yeah, I loved it. I loved it. So don't bend bridges. I loved that. No, because the bridge will be your neutral plane that will take you to your childhoodness and your adulthoodness. And when you have that bridge and that bridge is art, you will know. Nobody will tell you, man, it's okay, you're acting childish. Okay, you're breaking your boundaries. You will just know. This bridge is like a mentor, it's like a guide, it's like an emotion expressor. It's art, baby. So, yes, from me and Beezae to you guys. Good night. Thank you, Beezae. Love you, love you. Bye.
Bye.